Hello, friends. I'm Wendy the Witch or Wendelin the Witch. I have an Instagram. It is Wendelin underscore the underscore witch if you want to follow me. I do readings, FaceTime readings through Instagram. I also can do it through Messenger and um, take pictures of the cards and analyze them and give you a thorough analysis of your future, whatever it is you want to know, speaking to a past loved one, what have you. So these are my two favorite decks. I like original tarot because I feel like it's straightforward and it's universal. Um, and it has interesting meanings and concepts to it and symbols. I use the reflective tarot deck, which is the Rider Waite tarot deck, but it's holographic and it's kind of tiny, which is cute. As you can see, I use this deck a lot because it's a little worn down. Um, I use this book to help me with my analyzations of what the cards mean because I like a second outlook, even though I do know the cards pretty well. This book is called Fearless Tarot: How to Give a Positive Reading in Any Situation. I believe whether the cards seem negative or positive or what have you, um, I believe in the yin and yang of things. There's no nor good nor bad. I mean, sometimes there is good or bad, but sometimes there's a mixture of both and they all kind of come together like a circle. In order to dive into growth, you have to realize that the polarities of the masculine and the feminine, the good and the bad, are all kind of combined together to form an equality that finds balance in the universe. I believe when we're talking to the cards, we're actually talking to the universe or spirit, angel guides, or deities that you have. Everyone has different ones. For me, my deities are Lilith, my grandmother Dorothy, Edie Sedgwick, Marilyn Monroe, and trying to think of who else. There's one more. Um, Shirley Temple is one. Um, Aphrodite, which I rarely ever talk to because that's my friend's deity, but she's one of my best friends, so it makes sense. Um, and just pretty much the universe in general. But this book is pretty good because it puts a more positive grounding based spin to the analysis of what the outcome is. And then this one is pretty straightforward. I just got this deck. This deck is pretty straightforward and blunt, but it's called the Uncommon Tarot deck. It's an original tarot deck, but it has other elements to it, other symbols that they added to the deck that are really interesting and profound. But first, I'm going to do a reading with my Rider Waite tarot deck. So, I am BPD, which means I have borderline personality disorder and I have ADHD, but I'm also a psychic witch, empath, emotionally intuitive, spiritually intuitive, and physically intuitive. Where I do lack, which I'm trying to gain a little rationale with, is I that is something that I'm trying to work on, although I'm still diving into my other abilities. Basically, it means that I am really good at doing personality analysis. I'm really good at reading people, situations. I absorb other people's emotions and I can tell what state that they're in or how they're feeling. Or because of that, I can kind of tell what's going on in their life and specifically what comes out of their mouth pertaining to the most important phrases or things that they say or body language. I can kind of intuitively tell who that person is or what they're going through. So yesterday I had a little bit of a BPD episode. I kind of lost myself, was starting to feel real lonely and frustrated. I kind of got angry at my loved ones and just because of my abandonment issues tried to push them away in order to deflect from the pain and the fear of losing them. They form of validation by bringing up negative emotions to get attention, which never works and is never stable and never a good idea. But I did do it, and I had to make my amends in the morning, which I feel a little bit more insightful and grounded at this very time. Um, I want to do a reading to see what I need to know right now and what I need to learn in myself and the people around me and the universe. Um, and basically, what the universe has to tell me right now and my deities. So I got Ten of Pentacles upright, and it's kind of holographic. I got the Hierophant upright, which the Hierophant is basically about spirituality and finding a grounding base of spiritualness and wholeness and one and connectiveness in the world and the universe. Um, I got Six of Wands. Family usually has to do with situations. It's usually to do with career, money, and relationships sometimes. Um, and then I got Queen of Pentacles, right? See? And I'll pick one more as the wild card. The Hermit upright. So if I could do an analysis on the cards, I would say that this is a very positive reading, which is good, which means that I'm on the right path and I have a certain amount of awareness at this point as to my purpose and how I behave and how I treat people. Um, and basically like a grounding home base of what's to come in my future. So, like I said, the Hierophant and the Queen of Pentacles, I think, kind of go together. I'm going to read the card in the book, but the Hermit basically talks about, as the wild card, as an analysis of the information that I'm getting. The Hermit is basically saying that I need to dive deep inside and be introspective with myself, take time to heal and grow and understand what's going on in my head. Um, Kind of like taking a rest and an introspective place where I not necessarily isolating, but where I'm taking time for myself and focusing on myself and not necessarily worrying about the people around me. Um, just kind of like doing me, basically, if you will. So I'm going to read from the Positive Fearless Tarot book to kind of analyze what the universe is trying to tell me based off what I got from the cards. But I'm going to read the Ten of Pentacles first. I'm going to do it in order. Um, and I'm excited to find out what it has to say. A lot of people think, it's bad to read from the book, but honestly, just like in a court case or, you know, anywhere else, it's always good to have a second opinion. Just like some people have more than one doctor. Um, I trust the cards, I trust my process, but I like to pick meanings books that relate to how I think to get a better understanding and an outside view. So I don't shy away from that, and I'm not ashamed of it. Ten of Pentacles says, the Ten of Pentacles symbolizes the legacy that you will eventually leave. It represents investment in things that really last. This card also highlights the value of family and tradition. When the Ten of Pentacles appears, it asks if you are truly leaving the world a better place than you found it. Cultivating your personal legacy can include caring for future generations, cultivating a talent that positively impacts the world, or exemplifying what is best in you. So basically, seeing what in myself I have to offer to the world and how I can treat myself and the world around me in a connective way and a more positive way, um, which will innately make me feel better about my emotions, my situation, and how I feel in general. What legacy do you want to leave? Where does the best part of yourself shine through? How can you ensure that your light continues to shine long after you're gone? So it seems like it's talking about even just the future in general and um, kind of like creating a life purpose that makes the world a better place even after I'm gone. Um, the Ten of Pentacles asks you to look at your progress toward your larger goals. The legacy you're establishing will remain long after you've gone. The personal legacy could be a book, a business, an art form, a property, or for your example. Perhaps your life's work is merely to be your best self and to spread kindness and love in a world that really needs it right now. The Ten of Pentacles also asks you to place your focus on your family or community, reconnect with loved ones, which is interesting because I am staying at my parents' right now. Um, I've been recently dealing with a lot of hardships, and it's good to be around loved ones and have that emotional love and support. It says perhaps your life work is merely to be your best self. The love you share with others will always be your greatest legacy. Release pettiness and squabbles, forget past slights. Every human being has a mixture of good and bad. Nobody has a perfect family. The Ten of Pentacles assures you that what you invest your energy in now will create results well into the future. When this card appears, your life is becoming more secure. There is no need to fear the future when the Ten of Pentacles appears. Keep an eye on the long game and be patient. Reinforce stable foundations of future success. So, something that I did notice, which I think is actually kind of crazy and interesting, is that with this deck, um, the cards can have different meanings, whether they're reversed or upright. I picked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards all because it's trying to say that this is like an important aligned message that um, it wasn't an accident that they're upright. It's showing you that this message is of importance. So I'm going to read the Hierophant, which is one of my favorite cards because I feel like it really does have to do with how I feel about spirituality and just like enlightenment and kind of like a home base of security and faith in the universe, which is something that I try to live by every day. Um, so the reference said, revealing the sacred mystery. The Hierophant archetype symbolizes seeking the sacred. Every culture since the dawn of human history has had a concept and instinct towards spiritual awareness. Some name for this awareness are God, the universe, the gods, higher power, spirit, the goddess, nature, angels, the higher self, the great mystery. The name is different depending on whom you talk to. Nobody is really right or wrong because no one can perceive the complete scope of this infinite thing. Each of us is part of a divine collective describing the same holiness from different vantage points. What is sacred to one may hold a meaning for another. However, the part of our psyche that prays and wishes is universal. Spirit transcends cultural identity and imperfect human perceptions of religion. Even most atheists concede that humans evolved with a biological component in the brain that developed into an instinct towards spiritual belief. Whatever your personal beliefs are, the Hierophant symbolizes one important thing. We humans have an instinct to commune with awareness bigger than ourselves. Um, so it says, the Hierophant unlocks the gateway towards answers. He can tell you why behind what you're experiencing. He will also reveal what you need to sacrifice in order to pass through the gateway. The keys at the Hierophant's feet represent the need to unlock the sacred place within. Reaching out to the sacredness within can assist in releasing burdens that feel bigger than you. If your prayers are true, they are always heard. You may not get what you expect, but you receive a sign pointing the way forward. What has been feeling so heavy, so unsolvable, and so hopeless? You're being heard right now. The Hierophant encourages you to ask for whatever your heart and soul need. If you are willing, he will safely guide you through the spiritual rite of passage. So it seems that I have an awareness and a spiritual element that is guiding me and keeping me safe and helping me find the answers that I'm looking for within myself and what I need to work on in my life purpose. And just making me feel less alone because I am being guided by my angels and my spirit guides and the universe, which is great. Honestly, this is a very, very, very positive reading for my future, present, and past. Now I'm going to read Six of Wands. I'm interested to see what this is because I'm not quite sure, but it is quite positive. It says excellence. The 6 of Wands represents gaining attention through excellence. This card reminds you that nobody does you like you. Everybody has a gift, talent, or personal strength that they really excel at. This card advises you not only to embrace your talents, but to display them unapologetically. Only you have your unique recipe of abilities. The best way to improve your life is to love yourself fully, and this includes loving the gifts that you bring. And honestly, yes, this is a message for me that I am doing a reading for myself. Because right now, I do not have anyone to give a reading to, which I would love to because I find insight it. But just as much as this is a reading for me, this is a reading for anyone who sees this or who's watching. This is your message, not just mine. We are all connected, and my message is your message. You take what you want from this message in your own way. I take what I want and need from the message as well. But yeah, even when I give a reading to someone else, I know it is also speaking from me as well, meaning that I have something to learn from it, not just the person I'm giving the reading to. It says, were you taught that it's immodest and rude to call attention to your gifts? Do you diminish your abilities and belittle your talents so others don't think you are better than them? Are you speaking up and getting compensated appropriately for the work that you do? Um, it's a sad fact that the people who shine brightest will often be the targets of others who are insecure with their own abilities. So sometimes I do feel like rejection towards people or hate or confusion, just because I'm confident and love myself and know the abilities and gifts that I have. Call it jealous if you will. I don't like to talk about this in such a way that I am bragging, but like the card says, like I can't let the people get me down because just because they're giving me off negativity doesn't take away the abilities and the beauty that I have to offer and that I have. And I should unapologetically be myself and keep moving forward with my talents and my abilities, regardless of what people do or say to me. Sometimes this fear of being targeted causes talented people with extraordinary gifts to hide their gifts and loving every moment of it. And yet, your light really isn't about others. If you're following your passion and loving every moment of it, then it won't matter what others think. If you truly believe in your value, there should be no question that you should um, not care what others think about you, but what you truly believe about yourself. Do you feel worthy enough to reveal the real you? The Six of Wands encourages you to fully embrace your talents, abilities, wounded egos of the weak. Supportive people will love you when you're confident. You will attract other individuals who are comfortable in their own skin. Um, Follow your inner compass and stop conforming to what the herd wants you to be. So raise your standards, stop apologizing for yourself to make others feel better. Increase your prices if they're way too low. Let your thoughts be known respectively. Call attention to your talents and promote yourself. Go for that promotion. Stop being a follower and lead your own life. So basically, it says be a lion in a sheep world, you know? Be the lion, not the sheep herd, basically. Oh, hello. Um, yeah, you can ask me a question. I actually prefer giving readings on other people rather than myself. Um, but don't be shy if you have a question. I'm just finishing up this analysis, but um I'm happy to help. That is why I do what I do, and I like spreading awareness and positivity with the gifts that I've been given. Um, so don't be shy. Don't be a stranger. Um, Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is usually a very nurturing, motherly figure, very rational and compassionate. I'm gonna read this last card, Amber, and then I will give you a reading for what the week is going to be like for you. So I hope you stick around. But I'm just going to read. The Queen of Pentacles says everything is growing in its perfect time. The Queen of Pentacles represents success gained after a patient effort. Everything grew in her garden was guided by her skilled hands. So it says, it represents a person. She is the earthy woman who is secure financially, understands money, and can open doorways for you. She is dependable, faithful, and realistic about life. She can also advise you in long-term investments and financial planning. Queens can be mature individuals of any gender who wield strong feminine power. So it seems that I've been really embracing my divine feminine energy at this time. To the people who stole my information about a loan. Okay, so how many cards? Okay, so who should go first? You did stop talking, and Amber wanted to ask a question. So I will answer the question about your credit account after I see how Amber's rest of the week is going to be. So for Amber, I'm going to shuffle the deck because I really do think it's good to start fresh and shuffle. But we will find out answers for both of you, wonderful people. I promise. And I will not lead you in the wrong direction. Sometimes the universe doesn't give a solid answer, but more so just advice and insight or things that you didn't know that you needed to know. So just be wary of that. Um, so Amber, what is the rest of the week going to be like for you? I'm going to pick 4 cards, the fourth being the wild card. You got 5 of Wands reversed. See, it's this 5 of Wands reversed, which has to do with arguments, conflict, jealousy. But since it's reversed, it may seem that it may be telling you that you're going to form a different approach on the situation, the quarrels, and the ego trips that will happen in the future of the rest of the week. You got the King of Cups, which is a masculine energy, a very powerful masculine energy. Very insightful and intuitive is the Cup family. Cup family dealing with emotions. So it seems that you may have a stable ground with your emotions this week in a more masculine direction, which means that you have the structure and the power to stand up for yourself and understand your own intuitive insights. You got the 8 of Pentacles, which usually has to deal with money and career. It shows a man hard at work, working on something. I'm going to read that one for sure, but it's upright. And the wild card, the Hanged Man reverse, which means the Hanged Man means being stuck in a situation where there's no out. But reversed means that there may be an out of this situation. So Amber, I'm going to read from the book for you a little bit. So 5 of Wands reversed. This should be very interesting. 5 of Wands. So 5 of Wands says the immaturity of the comparison game. So basically, maybe in the past you've compared yourself to others too much to the point where you let it go, let it get to your head and your own ability to be happy. So reversed, it says it alerts you to people who may be targeting you with negativity because of the perception that somehow you are better than them. So there's going to be people, Amber, that are jealous of you, and they may be giving you negative energy, but don't be confused in thinking that it's about you, meaning that there's something wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with you. You're doing great, but there's going to be people who are trying to bring you down because of their perception. People with wounded egos often look at others who project self-confidence or kindness as threats. For them, being kind implies that you're enduring your own struggles. This isn't always the case, but insecure people often assume it's so. When confronting people with low self-esteem, it's important that you don't let your ego get triggered when they treat you in a less than kind manner. Immature behavior like this says more about them than it does about you. Keep being excellent for yourself. So even though you may be dealing with people, maybe that you know, maybe customers, I don't know if you have a job, but you may be dealing with people who take advantage and are jealous of you. but don't let their negativity make you question yourself because you're doing great. Yeah, that's what I honestly got that vibe. I feel like maybe customers, people you work with, because I know I had that in the past, and it would really just make me question myself and hate myself and feel like I was worthless. But just know that you're doing great and you're awesome. And don't let the haters get you down because they're just jealous and they don't understand because they have low vibration. And that's not on you. That doesn't mean anything bad about you. Yes, definitely. The King of Cups basically talks about structure and daily habits, but also intuitiveness. So it seems like you have a handle on your day to day life and trusting your instincts. But I'm going to read. So the King of Cups says, channeling feelings for positive results. It says, when the King of Cups appears, you can choose whether to sink or swim in the realm of emotions. Um, Where are your emotions being channeled now? Were you taught to repress your feelings, emotions? Are negative past emotions leaving you feeling sad, scared, unmotivated, and depressed? The King of Cups knows that emotions can buoy or sink us. Feelings can be helpful or destructive, just like the ocean. Emotions are good or bad, they are energy. The mind filters where feelings flow. Once unleashed, emotions can create a powerful current that manifests results either positive or negative. So basically, the cards in the universe are telling you, I think based off of the Five of Wands, which is dealing with negative people and low energy vibration people. Yeah, it basically is that um, you need to not let the pattern of putting yourself down and thinking negatively affect your way of being and your mental health. You need to be strong and turn your thoughts around to a more positive vibe. So, meaning that, yes, there will be things that will make you question yourself. There will be people that will make you doubt yourself. You may be putting yourself down because of it, but try not to do that. Try to focus on the things that you love about yourself. Try to have empathy for the people that are trying to bring you down because maybe they don't even realize that they're doing it because they're dealing with their own inner struggles. And then I'm going to read the Eight of Pentacles upright. I'm curious to see. So this one's about meaningful work. It's saying immerse yourself in a work that gives your life meaning. So whether it be a hobby or a job that you have or a passion or something that you wanted to do, maybe money wise or even not for the money, immerse yourself in a positive activity or work life that distracts you and gains positivity for the future. It says value the work that you do and others will too. Work isn't just labor, it is your contribution for the betterment of all. If your current work feels limiting, then it's time to find something that utilizes your best attributes and talents. Instead of resenting the job at hand, change the energy. This may require you to place yourself in a new position that brings more learning or fulfillment. Yes, I'm reading for you, Amber. So basically, if you don't like the job you have right now, if you need to do it, try to find a more positive approach. Try to find the good in it and make it fun. Make it something that makes it feel like you're doing something powerful and good for the universe. Something that makes you happy. And if the job or the hobbies that you're doing now aren't making you happy, you need to find something that does. And the hangman usually talks about being stuck in a situation, but it might be different because it's reversed. It says sacrifice for the greater good. And this is the basis of the situation because it's the wild card. It says, after spending considerable time suspended upside down from the tree of wisdom, he is now ready to walk out in the world with valuable new insights. He has made tremendous sacrifices and has surrendered his ego's assumption of how life should unfold. So basically, it seems as though um, even though you felt your world was upside down, um, it's going to be right side up again. You may start to feel more grounded and sure of your path. You have been suspended from your own metaphorical tree of wisdom, and now it's time to engage with life using the wisdom you've gained. So recently you've been stuck in a mindset or a situation that is about to end this week, next week. And you're going, basically based on this reading and this insight, you're going to gain a more positive outlook, and you're going to be in a better position. When you look on the world with wisdom you've earned through your sacrifices, it no longer appears upside down. So basically it says take the good with the bad. Whatever you had been going through, your struggles, the situation is up to you to get out of, and you will be able to do that. You just need to stop letting the bastards get you down and remain, and have a more positive outlook, and do things that make you happy and distract yourself from the negativity of the people you may be dealing with. I hope that was helpful. And honestly, Amber, that was a message for you, but that was also a message for me and anyone who's watching right now, because we're all connected, and that's something you need to understand. So the next question that I'm going to answer would be, brilliant she, did the people who stole my information about a loan slash credit account that I didn't know about? So what exactly do you want to know about that? Um, because that wasn't, I don't really understand what you want to know about it. Do you want to know if you're gonna gain peace through the situation? Do you want to know who it was, or I don't really know what you want to know about it. Oh, you're welcome, Amber. I hope it was helpful for you. I like to spread positivity. I like to help people. I may be a psychic witch, but I look at it as a form of therapy and growth and healing, just in a different way. Holistic medicine, holistic practitioner, if you will. Um, so who wants a reading next? Does Usman miss me and want to contact me? You want to know if they're still using your info. Okay. How many cards do you want me to pick? I will get to everyone. I promise I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. But Brilliant She, um, how many cards do you want to pick to have to find out that answer? And honestly, I think it's time to break out my more blunt deck, my more straightforward blunt deck. I think that one is better with yes or no questions. So I'm going to pick 5 cards for you out of the Uncommon Tarot deck, because this deck does answer straightforward, um, more than just advice. So yes, I was. So I'm gonna pick 5 cards to see if they're still using your information, and I'm gonna shuffle. This deck also comes in reversed and non-reversed, so the answer may be different depending on whether it's upright or whether it's reversed. So I'm going to pick 5 cards. You got 8 of Cups reversed, and the cups usually deal with emotions and intuitiveness. You got 10 of Cups reversed, which talks about a happy family life, but you got it reversed, so it may be the opposite of that. Yes, I will get up to everyone, but right now I'm answering Brilliant She's question. You got 4 of Swords reversed, which usually deals with strife and battle and being defeated. You got 4 of Wands reverse. And honestly, this is very powerful message for you, because as you can tell, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the 4 cards I picked so far have been reversed, which means that the universe is trying to tell us that this is a legit reading. And then I'm going to pick the wild card. You got 5 of Swords upright. Honestly, if I can give an analysis on this, I might be wrong. I am going to read. But it seems as though they might still be taking your information. But I'm going to read from the book to get a better understanding. Sorry, I got a hair on my lip. We're going to answer more questions. I'm going to get to everyone. I like to give really in-depth readings. I know it takes a while, but it's important to treat everyone with respect and give them the absolute most time I can. So 8 of Cups reversed says, um, unable to move, stuck in old patterns, you need to go, but seem unable or willing to give up the past, returning to what's safe and familiar. Um, so it seems like you've been really ruminating about this situation and kind of losing sleep over it. Um, it seems as though you're unable to move past this situation, with what happened with the people that stole your information. The 10 of Cups reversed. Discord with your loved ones, dysfunctional relationships, old family of origin issues threaten the current situation, disapproval from the family, breakup of a household. So it seems as though this might have made a little dent in your family life. Maybe they're angry at you. Um Maybe it's caused some tension between you and your loved ones. It does, honestly. I hate to say that because I don't like giving bad news. Um sometimes the cards will give you information about the future that maybe you don't want to hear right now. I'm glad to hear that you don't have a dent in your family life, and that's great. But there is something either coming or in your past or now with family members or loved ones or people close to you that may have been tarnished. It could be the people that are experiencing that, but it seems to be that they're the ones you're the one dealing with the discourse right now. That's the vibe that I get. Um, I will answer everyone's questions. You know what, Brilliant Sheet? I do take your input to account. I am only one person. You would know what the cards mean in a way that maybe I could not possibly know. And we'll read further to figure that out. So, Four of Swords reversed. Waiting on the sidelines, a period of solitude ends. Support your plans with deliberate actions, getting back into the game. The world is calling you. Will you listen? Um, so it seems like you're waiting around to find out about the situation. Four of Wands reversed. Actually, it looks to be actually pretty positive. It says nothing can diminish this time of celebration. Even reverse, this card remains positive. The joy is so great that can only be slightly less so. And then the wild card, the basis of the answer, is the Five of Swords. Like I said, this is a new deck. This deck has warned me of something that was to happen. My boyfriend got in a lot of trouble, and I'm still getting to know this deck, so bear with me, because if I had known what was going to happen, I could have stopped it. So just let you know, um, this deck is very powerful, and sometimes it gives messages that maybe um, don't even have to do with the question, which I have noticed because I asked something and it warned me about something of the future. So this is a very future based deck, if that makes any sense. And then the Five of Swords, upright. Confusion, battle, trickery, a dubious victory. Something stolen or lost, unsettled by confusion, disillusionment, deception taints the situation, manipulation causes upset. But guess what, my friend? We have good news. You're winning the battle, but not the war. Labored movement, uncertain plans. So you're going to have justice, but the turmoil, and I'm sorry because this card got pushed up, but I really do believe in the future there is going to be some discourse between certain loved ones. Maybe something that happens, I'm not quite sure. Maybe disappointment, maybe not even as bad as you think, but there is going to be tension at some point. And I really do believe that this talks about the future. So that's something to hold on to. Even though you win this battle, there is something coming your way that the cards are warning. So be wary of that and how you manifest positivity at this time. All right, who's next? She says her parents won't agree. All right, since you asked I don't know how to say your name, Anakita, because I'm a little confused who had the question next, but you said, I'm really upset from past few days. Please tell me what's coming towards me. Thank you. So I will tell you about your future. Since you're asking for a future question, how many cards would you like to pick to know about your future? I'm going to shuffle real good for you, Anikta. You're welcome, Brilliant She. I hope that was helpful. Like I said, maybe sometimes the cards can be confusing, but they always have a message to tell you, whether it be about the past, present, or future. Maybe something that you didn't even know you needed to know. Anikta, you only want to, how many cards do you want to answer the question at this time? I need to know, that's important, because I want to give you an accurate reading based on your own personal preference. Okay, I'll pull them. Thank you. That's a good, thank you. Okay, so I'll pick, yes, you can go next, Rohan. So I got 7 of Swords reversed. The Star upright, which is a very, very brilliant card to get. Ace of Coins reversed. I think I'm going to pick just one more. You got 9 of Cups reverse, and I'll pick one more. Queen of Wands upright. So that's the wild card. We need to remember that. So Swords usually has to deal with battle, but since it's reversed, it may mean good in your favor. The Star is pretty straightforward, but basically that you have a feminine, intuitive star quality to you. One of like positive, and when people see you, they stop and look. Basically, you have an enchanting personality and look to you that people draw into. That's my own take on the Star. Of course, there are different takes on that. Coins usually has to do with career and money. Cups has to deal with emotions. And the Wands deals with a situation at hand. So I'm going to read further, Anikta. The Swords reversed. 7 of Swords reversed. It says, I hate to tell you this, but it says deception is revealed. Plans fall apart. The risks prove to be too great. Paying the price. A theft reveals, and the objects return, going back to the scene of the crime. So it seems in the future someone might steal something from you. It doesn't mean, a burglary or like something scary. It could be a friend, or even maybe they take something from you, like your pride. But something is going to be taken from you, and you are going to get it back, which is good. But it could leave you feeling a little upset, if you will. The Star upright. And I'm going to show you the Star. Says, I have to find it. Hold on. What part of you is ready to emerge? Oh, don't worry. Anita, you need to remember that in life, there is always going to be this type of thing. There is nor good nor bad. Things happen and we learn and grow, and it is part of our life purpose. You need to remember that. It's a good thing. It's not a good nor bad thing. But it says healing, balance, hope, inspiration. Hope renewed, finding your rhythm, wishes fulfilled, everything comes back together in a new, healthy way. You're clear, clean, and ready to rise like a phoenix from the ashes. So it seems that your own personal growth and your own psyche and who you are going to shine like a star, and that you will have done the healing you have done all the healing that needed to be done. So you will have that peace. Um, Ace of Coins reverse says, a missed opportunity or a false start, what looks promising fails to blossom. A focus on wealth instead of substance leads to unhappiness. So basically, that's a warning that you need to stop focusing so much on gaining money, but on the substance of life and how you're living, and count your blessings and have gratitude towards what you have and who you are. You don't need to focus so much on gaining money because money is just material. Money is part of society that brings people down. You have to enjoy the beauty of everything that's going on around you and who you are and accept yourself, and enjoy the little things. Um, and then we got Nine of Cups reversed, which deals with emotions. It says, wishes delayed, stuck in Fantasyland. Be mindful of your wishes. You may get what you want, but at a cost. Overindulgence. So basically, like the last card, you need to stop focusing so much on the material aspects of your life, um, and stop taking your life for granted and who you are. Don't sell your soul for material gain, basically. Be kind to others, be kind to yourself, enjoy the little things and the beauty of the earth. Sometimes I like to step out in nature and really hear the way the leaves blow in the wind and just kind of like be one with the universe. And then the Queen of Wands is the wild card, which sums it all up. And you got that upright. So it seems the analysis of what the cards are, for your future is basically about dealing with yourself. It seems all about you and how you need to and how you need to have a positive outlook on who you are and how and your priorities. So Queen of Wands upright says feminine leadership, warmth, nurturing passions. Sharing your passion, commanding the room, everything blooms in your presence. A feminine approach to leadership, a warm, compassionate person who nurtures others. Know your worth. So that's you. That's who you are. And you need to know that about yourself. And you need to use that power for the good, not to get material gains, Anikta. So I hope that was helpful for you. But you know what? It's very rare for someone to get the star card. I really do see that as a good omen for who you are as a person. So you're doing great. Um, Anyone else have a question? Does you? Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I just want to let you guys know I just started doing this YouTube thing. So I am giving free readings for now. But in the future, if you come back and you want another reading, I am going to have to charge a price. But I do Venmo and Cash App, and my readings are fairly priced depending on the amount of cards you want to do. I do want to give back, but unfortunately, I do also have to make a living from my talents and abilities. So who is next? Does Usman want to contact me and miss me? How many cards do you want to pick, Zaneb? To answer that question. I'll do you next, Rowan. How many cards? I'm thinking one or two cards. One card and then a wild card to find out the answer. Oh, yes, I'm going to start charging, but right now I'm just dipping my feet and I'm giving back to those. But I will start charging once I do a next session. I'm going to start charging. So just be wary of that. So you said, does Usman want to contact me? And oh, Rowan, I'm gonna do you next. So Zaneb said, does Usman want to contact me and miss me? I'm gonna pick two cards. You got Three of Cups reversed and Knight of Wands reversed. So Knight of Wands reversed is the situation. Three of Cups is also the emotions behind it. But basically, the Three of Cups upright is talking about Revelry, good times with friends, like romantic or platonic, enjoying each other. But because it's reversed, it doesn't seem to be a good emotion involved in how they feel. Um, I'm going to read. It says, the fun comes crashing and reality sets in. The expected harvest fails to materialize. Lack of support, the outsider, overindulgence, too much of the good life, a love triangle. So it seems to be there's a love triangle going on, which might not work in your favor. They may be talking to somebody else is involved in the picture. And then Knight of Wands reversed is basically the answer. It says immaturity, running away from problems, emotional unavailability, lack of courage, coy behavior, playing timid in the face of danger. So it seems to be that they're emotionally available at this time and they're seeing somebody else while also talking to you. So it doesn't look good in your favor, Zanab. I'm sorry. Maybe it's time to meet someone new. All right, Rowan. Hope that was helpful though. Sorry for the bad news. I do know though that you can manifest a different type of energy and nothing is fixed. There is ways to go about it in a positive way that can change the outcome, although inevitably it will play out the way that it will regardless of what you do. Can Swati give me commitment for marriage? Currently in no contact. I say her when you give me contact or when family agreed contact me please. She says her family won't agree. So can Sweetie give me commitment for marriage? We're going to find out. And I'm pick 5 cards. You got Death upright. 10 of Cups upright. This is pretty good. 7 of Swords reversed, just like the last person. The Wanderer reverse. These are all very interesting cards. This is a very interesting reading, I'm not going to lie. And the Wild card, Page of Wands. So Death upright talks about transformation, purging, regrowing, shedding of the skin, becoming anew. The 10 of Cups says happy marriage, family, love life. 7 of Swords, I am not quite sure. The Wanderer, I've never gotten this card before and it's reversed. And the Page of Wands as the wild card is the situation. So I'm going to read further to get a better analysis. But it seems as though it is looking good for you as of right now. It seems it is looking very good. So I'm going to read. Death says, what are you releasing? Yes. It says, a metamorphosis. You're eliminating the cocoon or things that have bound you. A new life is being birthed. Apprehension may arise, but fear not. Everything that is happening now is for your liberation. Spirit is creating something completely new. Trust the journey. Allow yourself to evolve. So you're going to grow through this and become a new person. And it's a good thing. I want you to know that. 10 of Cups is upright is a very good omen. It says, love, marriage, family, life, happiness. Together you weather the trials and tribulations of life. Celebrate the joy and love you share. Home, family, and security. Life is sweet. All the best that life has to offer. The happy ending. That's a second question if you should contact her. I'll pick one card after to answer that. But first, let's analyze this lovely message. So 7 of Swords reversed says deception is revealed, plans fall apart, the risk proved to be great, paying the price. So just like you said with the other one, it seems as though she has been stolen from you by her family, which causes a lot of pain, but it will turn out very well in the future. The Wanderer reversed. What adventure is ahead of you? Decisions made in haste lead to regrets. Old baggage ties you down. Fear keeps you from making the change you need. Perhaps you're not ready. And Page of Wands upright is the wild card, so the basis of the situation. Page of Wands says, you are filled with ideas and ready to act on them. A new creative venture, a job, take a risk. Good news, a very young person who brings excitement to the situation. So it seems that even though there is issues, it seems as though you will wind up marrying this person and it'll work out in your benefit. But let's see if you should contact her. I'm going to pick one card. You got 8 of Coins upright. Rewards, pride, abundance, recognition. The joy and pride that comes when all your hard work pays off. You're at the top of your game, well-deserved abundance. So you should contact her, definitely. Got a very positive card for that. So I believe you should contact her. Women also love when you make the first move anyway. Everyone loves a good fight for the love kind of thing. So does anyone else have any questions at this time? I think I answered everyone. I don't know if Ra is still there. It seems as though, Rowan, though, you need to fight for her. That's what she's waiting for, and that's what her family is waiting to see. But you need to do it appropriately and smartly, you know, and passionately and with a lot of love and positivity. How does S feel about me and next action towards me? So we'll ask how they feel about you. I got 3 of Wands upright, King of Swords upright, Priestess upright, and Alchemist upright. I'm kind of guessing. Oh, yes. You know, when I smile, it's very genuine, but you know, I can't smile all day long. It kind of hurts to smile that much, but I do have my own depressive moments and I can be quite serious at times. Um, but we're finding out if they love you, rah rah. So, 3 of Wands upright says, I'm gonna find out. 3 of Wands up. And honestly, just like I said with the reverse and the unreverse, all of these cards are upright. So the major arcana 2 cards that you got, the Alchemist and Priestess, are basically talking about the subconscious. So this is how she feels subconsciously. And I believe these 2 cards is how they're presenting themselves. Aw, thank you. Okay. So 3 of Wands upright says achievement, focus, new opportunities, success. An opportunity hints on the horizon. Your path is open, a time of accomplishment. Hold a clear vision, focus your efforts, hit the road, go the distance. So it seems like you have a chance with this person. That is the situation at hand. King of Swords is also situational. So we're going to read that. It says rational mastery of thought, leader, winning an intellectual war. You're at the top of an intellectual challenge. You'd reach a pinnacle. This is your time where you're the master of your craft. A thought leader, a wise person. Your impeccable ethics lead the way. So it seems like you're on the right path towards winning this person over. But this is the subconscious that they deal with in their head, that you need to break through in order to get to them. No, I've never been to India, but I would love to one day. My psychiatrist visits there a lot. He's from India. All right, so Priestess. This is the subconscious of the situation that you need to break into in order to get this person in your life. It says intuition, mystery, secrets, wisdom. Turn inward, listen to the small, wise voice within. You contain all the wisdom of the universe inside you. Now is time to honor your intuition. The veils to the other side are thinner than the finest silk. And then the Alchemist. So it's like you know what to do. You know how to win them over. You know that there's a chance with them. The Alchemist says balance, temperance, moderation, harmony, peace, alchemy. Healing begins. You have a choice. Recreate your life, take your time, and find your groove. Harmony is ahead. You're about to turn lead into pure gold. Remember to be moderate in your approach. So it seems as though it's very positive. It's more likely that they love you, but it seems as though it's up to you to turn this into a reality of the outcome that you want. You are the alchemist. You have the intuition. Um, you need to do everything right in order to gain the outcome that you want, but there is a chance of love. If you come to India in Maharashtra, you want to see any fort, please post in your channel. I'm not really quite sure what you're saying, but it sounds very inviting and very friendly, so I appreciate that. Anyone else have any questions? Remember, this is my last free session. Next time I'm going to be charging. I'm going to pick a card. What does everyone and I need to know right now in one card? Five of Swords. Confusion, battle, trickery, a dubious victory. Something stolen or lost, unsettled by confusion, disillusionment, deception taints the situation. Manipulations cause it upset. Winning the battle, but not the war. So it seems as though everyone is basically dealing with some kind of turmoil between people and others. Um, Even though you don't win the war, you win the battle, but it seems as though there's going to be a purging and an inner peace going forward. And with that comes a positive mindset that you need to maintain in order to manifest the law of attraction and peaceful occurrences in the future. But that's it for today. I'm Wendell the Witch. Follow me on Instagram. It's Wendelin_the_witch. Remember, next time I'm going to be charging, but I hope you guys enjoyed your free reading. Peace and love.